The real pros and cons of IULs. What high earners discover too late. This isn't a sales video, and it isn't an attack piece. You've heard both extremes. IULs are magic, IULs are scam, and neither one survives real men. You did what disciplined high earners do. You saved aggressively, you deferred taxes, you trusted projections. And that's exactly where the risk hides. Design determines outcome, even when the behavior looks responsible and big. Because what works at peak income often breaks when income slows, health intervenes, or taxes finally show up. The problem doesn't announce itself, it shows up quietly, in cash flow, in control. And the moment it fails isn't a market crash, it's when you step back and expect the plan to carry you. Strong net worth, high taxes, less flexibility than expected. And then the question is, what actually happens then? Hello, my name is Robert Balgach. I'm the founder and CEO of Black Swan Insurance Group. And since 2017, my team has worked with over 20,000 families, earning 850 plus 5-star reviews by doing something most firms avoid: stress testing financial design instead of selling products. This channel is for business owners and professionals who already earn well, already save aggressively, and still sense that something underneath their plan would hold under pressure. If you want a calm, analytical view of your own structure, you can click on the link below and you can book a conversation with me and my team. Not to pitch, just to identify what breaks first. And the first place most plans break is not where people think. Meet Steven, 53 years old, CPA firm owner, 7-figure revenue practice. Steven did everything right. Taxable brokerage accounts, real estate exposure, retirement structures that look clean on paper. No employer 401k, lumpy income, bonuses that arrived in waves, not paychecks. And his money's origin story mattered. He grew up watching his parents stress over uncertainty. He promised himself that that wouldn't be his future. So he built buffers. He avoided gimmicks. He trusted math. But here's what no one showed. Every dollar he deferred carried a future tax shadow. Every asset assumed market corporation. Every plan assumed he'd work at full speed longer than he wanted to admit. And the near mistake came quietly. His partner wanted out, and Steven considered selling part of the firm to fund the buyout and reset the lifestyle. That's when the math showed. Taxes, timing risk, loss of control. And the question he couldn't answer was simple. What actually pays me when I step back, but don't stop? And that question didn't have an answer yet. And most professionals never realize they don't have one until it's too late. Point number one, where IUL fails. Let's start with honest conversations usually don't. Most IULs fail, not because they're scams, but because they're structurally unforgiving. Underfund them and costs eat the policy alive. Skip premiums and the math collapses. Treat them like investments and the disappointment is guaranteed. The IRS doesn't care about optimism. Section 7702 and 7702A are precise. Cross into MEC territory and the tax advantage disappears permanently. Steven has seen illustrations before. 11-12% returns, big curves, clean assumptions, and none of them model what happens when income fluctuates, which is exactly how his life works. And this is why smart professionals dismiss IUL outright. Not because the tool is broken, but because misuse is common and consequences are delayed. And here's the first uncomfortable truth. If you think this is about beating the market, you're not ready for this conversation. The real question isn't, does IUL work? It's what happens when your income doesn't behave nicely. Steven didn't plan a disruption, but one arrived anyway. Client demands increased, stress followed, sleep dropped. He was already taking 2 high blood pressure control medications, and his doctor suggested scaling back. Suddenly, the idea of grinding another decade felt expensive. In a way, spreadsheets never show. This is where most financial plans quietly fail. Brokerage accounts demand market cooperation. Retirement accounts demand patience. Real estate demands marriage. None of them answer the same question. How do I pay myself without forcing bad decisions when life changes? Steven hadn't lost money. He hadn't made mistakes. He simply realized liquidity and control disappear right when you need them the most. And this is where Index Universal Life, IUL, either becomes irrelevant or precise. But precision only shows up if the design was right from the beginning. Point number 2, when the IUL math works. Here's the narrow lane where IUL actually works. High income, variable cash flow, long time horizon, discipline. Stephen didn't add complexity. He just redirected dollars he was already saving, around $150,000 per year for 7 years funding. No stacking, no lifestyle compression. By age 60, his accumulated cash value exceeded $1.1 million, with a debt benefit approaching $3 million. And nothing dramatic happened yet, and that's intentional. At age 66, Stephen turned income on, $120,000 per year, access through policy loans, structured carefully, not casual. This income did not trigger taxable income. It did not force asset sales. It did not require permission from banks or government. At the same time, policy laws aren't free. They accrue interest. And here's where many otherwise good plans quietly fail. At this point, most professionals assume the structure is an autopilot. And that's actually where most of them break it. Overdrawing, ignoring loan drag, treating discipline like a suggestion. Stephen did. And that restraint mattered more than the illustration. Point number 3, sequence, longevity, and control. If you're listening to this thinking, my income is higher, but my volatility is worse, that's not a side note. That's the whole point. Stephen's father died at 92. His grandmother also died at 92. For him, longevity wasn't theoretical. And from age 66 forward, Stephen is projected to take $120,000 per year. By age 72, his accumulated cash value is already exceeding $2.1 million, and he already took more than $1 million in tax-free income. He was drawing income, and the policy was still growing. And this is where critics miss the point. IUL is not a return engine. It's a sequence risk buffer. When markets dipped, Stephen didn't have to sell. When taxes changed, his income didn't. When he worked less, cash flow continued. By age 82, his total projected income taken is going to be over $2 million. And here's the number most people don't plan for. Age 92, the total policy income taken is $4.46 million. And net benefit is still just under $400,000. He's projected to outlive the averages if he passes away when his dad and grandmother die. And his plan is not optimized for excitement. It's designed for endurance. And that difference changes everything. And here's the verdict Stephen needed. Not an illustration, but a decision framework. He funded $150,000 annually for only 7 years, using money already being saved. And in return, he created a lifetime income stream of $120,000 per year, projected through age 92 and beyond, without triggering taxable income, without selling assets after market drop, without asking permission from anybody. Are there caps? Yes. Fees? Absolutely. Surrender charges early on? Yes. Loan risk, if abused? Always. This isn't for everyone. It rewards discipline and punishes misuse. But for Stephen, the math finally matched to life. Design determines the outcome. So if you'd like to see whether this structure fits or fractures inside your financial life, you can click on the link below and book a conversation with me and my team, not to sell, to stress test. Because the most expensive plans aren't the ones that fail loudly. They're the ones that quietly don't work when you finally need it. And remember, it's not what you earn, it's what you enjoy the ride.